I'm back again. I know I made a video earlier. This one I'm not doing live. Um, I just got done running coffee to a friend of mine. I classify him with a term that I use for my really, really close friends that are, it isn't based on whether we've had any kind of sexual encounter. They're just the really intimate friends that are like a mixture between a friend and a lover. If people see us out in public, they probably assume that we're sleeping together. Because I'm a touch person, I'm very touchy, and my friends are generally pretty touchy, and we're all pretty relaxed when it comes to public displays of affection, of the milder term or milder forms. So I went and dropped coffee off to my one of my loverships, and we weren't able to really talk too much because he was working. I dropped him coffee. We said a few hellos. I got a quick kiss and I left. And I think about like how lucky I am that I got to build the life that I want. And my life doesn't mean that it's the life everybody would want. And I do a lot of thinking about like what is my relationship style, and I think it's really important that people figure out what theirs is. And I don't think there's a right one. I think the right one is what works for you. And so I have been in the dating world for like 3 years. I just celebrated my 3-year kink anniversary of my first munch, and I started dating around that same time. So I've had my primary relationship is going on 2 years, and I've done a lot of learning during that. And what works for me is that I feel like I am a pair bonder, meaning I like having that one person that's my anchor and my primary and my focus, and everybody else in my life just kind of orbits a little bit. And it's like I'm not poly. I say poly light a little bit. I think I'm poly flexible. I had this discussion at dinner with a friend the other night, and we were using the terminology monoromantic. So I'm monoromantic and polysexual. I mean, we can throw a million different terms at this. I think what Paul and I were referring to the other day was that he's kind of coming around to the same train of thought, in that we are a non-monogamous couple. That to us, I think what we both do really well is like friends with benefits. So I love the people in my life. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. But it's different. And could I choose to build a more romantic relationship with some of them? I probably could. It's just not how I think I'm wired. Like, to me, like, I choose to love, I love Paul in a way that I don't love other people. And it's an act, it's a verb, right? So like, if you watch, I put a lot of care into that relationship. And my friends with benefits, or as I like to call them, just friends, and we happen to be pretty sex positive little bubble of friends. If something happens between us, it doesn't change our friendship. We're really good at that, or I'm really good at that. And that's the life that I love. So I'll never be monogamous, but I'm certainly in a serious relationship and a kind of a mono relationship. So there's just so many different, we can pick the little pieces of relationships apart, and we're not monogamous. I am not, I don't consider myself dating other people. I see other people, but it's not building a relationship, like a future together. We just really enjoy our company when we're together, and we leave it alone. It's very casual, but not unfamiliar. So like, everybody has a different term for casual sex. To me, casual sex is with people that I know and care for. It's just casual in the feelings side of things. So my point being, figure out who you are, figure out what you like, figure out what works for you, and start building your life around that. I'm really lucky. it's so good to be back in Kalamazoo. At the same time, you know, I hated leaving San Diego. But to see those people that have been in my life for a few years, like that's, it's so, it feels like home. Not that San Diego doesn't, but those friendships need time, and I look forward to the time, but it is good to be back with my familiar people. And I'll be back to Paul in a couple of weeks, and building those friendships in San Diego, and I'm lucky. I love my life. So thank you. Like I just got a text from the guy I just took coffee to, telling me that he loves me. Like that's the life that I have, and I love that. I love my people, but I still don't consider myself poly. So you can do it a million different ways. This is how I'm doing mine. So enjoy your Sunday, or whatever day you see this, because this is probably going straight to my blog. I'll probably write a piece to go with it. Questions, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to coach. I'm happy to like help, like work through the communication side of all this stuff. So get a hold of me. Anyways, talk soon. Bye.